everyone, and welcome to the Champlain Ice Forum for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. It's the last week of the regular season as the River Cities Blades welcome the undefeated Woodbury Royals. Joe Young, Jerry Grant sideline, and Jerry, we had an opportunity to see these two teams play just 30 days ago at the Kaposia Classic, and it was a battle that had to be settled in overtime.
It was a great game, and the Blades had a 5-minute power play that went from 30 seconds left in the third period to about 4.5 into the overtime. They couldn't get the winner, and wouldn't you know it, within 10-15 seconds, the Royals were able to get that break they needed and streak down the side and get that shot. That was just an impossible shot from the dot on the outside of the circle that went over the shoulder with Echo, and they won the game.
Well, and it was only one of only 2 games where the Woodbury Royals have given up 3 goals this season. This is a very stingy defense and an offense that can definitely get the job done. Their leader is just a sophomore, Madison Boone, playing outstanding down the stretch. She had she had 2 goals in that 4-3 win at the Kaposia Classic over the Blades. She scored the only goal in their last game, a 1-0 win over Mounds View. She had a hat trick in their 3-1 win 2 games ago, and a hat trick and a helper in a 6-0 win the game before that. So 7 goals and a couple of assists over the last 3 games. She's coming in red hot.
Well, the team goes through her. The 2 goals she got, the one was a sniping backhand from the dot on the left side. The other one, she was on her knees and snapped the puck into the corner too. So you got to watch her. She's trouble. That is a real key for the Blades. They have to try to find a way to shut her down, because if she gets a chance, she will score.
Well, and they don't need much. They only give up. They give up less than a goal per game. So coming in, they're well aware of that top line that's going to feature Sydney Bernovic and June Semling. So they need production from the second and third lines. Tessa Bowden, who had a little bit of a slow start for the Blades this season, has really come on hot the last couple of weeks. She had a 6-point game just a couple of weeks ago, 4 goals and 2 assists. One of very few girls in the history of girls hockey in the state of Minnesota to score 2 penalty shot goals in the same game. That against Andover a couple weeks back. She's had 3 power play or penalty shot opportunities, and she has buried them all this season.
Well, it's good. They need scoring from Tessa. Both teams have 6 players with over 20 points on their roster, so there's a lot of scoring, and we know that Bernovic is at 52 points, Boone's at 48. They're both in the top 20 in the state. So we have scoring here, and we have defense.
Well, and you've got 6 girls in Blade sweaters playing at Fogarty for the Forum here for the very last time. The Blades and the Royals take the ice next on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected. And we look forward to 10,000 more.
Back at the Forum, just about ready to drop the puck, and it should be a good one. You know, despite the loss, River City's really controlled much, if not a vast majority of the action in that first meeting over at Doug Woog Arena, South St. Paul.
Yeah, they outshot Woodbury 38-23, so they had plenty of shots. They just weren't able to tuck a few in when they needed. They had good chances. Just got to find a way to score, because the goaltending is very strong, as we saw at Pulaski.
Not quite held at the blue line by Shea Ness.
Yeah, the other thing, Joel, that's going to be important is how the referee this game, because the last meeting was very physical. They let a lot go, and we'll see how tight they call it this evening.
Battle along the near boards. Ness fires it across. Oswego will take it off the bounce. Into the zone. Her wrist shot blocked by Zhao. Backhander into the midsection of the keeper by Olivia Reed.
Yeah, good shot, Olivia. That's it. Put pucks on the net.
Well, the the Blades putting out all of their seniors on senior night.
Yeah, that's always great to see when you're able to get all those kids out for all the dedication they've put into the program over the years, the chance to go out and play a shift or two. That's great.
So second line out will be Semling with Lindquist and Caitlin Easton in the middle. Good hold along the boards by Callie Alphen. Lindquist waits for it along the end boards. She's pressured from behind, maintains the puck. Out to the point, held there by Olivia Pitson. Out of the reach of Lindquist, and Semling a shot as she was falling right into the midsection of Pulaski.
Kind of what we saw in the first game when the Blaze came out and put on a great forecheck to start the game. They had a lot of pressure early on. Just got to try to find a way to get that first goal and crack that goaltender.
And now Bernovic out with Lindquist and Semling. The regular first line for the Blades. They have been so good together all season.
Yeah, it's a very good line.
Maddie Mills plays it around, stopped up by Olivia Pitson along the boards. Lindquist digs it free. She's held up there by Boone, who sweeps it down into the corner, recovered there by Jocelyn Hipsch. There are 3 Hipsch sisters in baby blue, and they will all probably see a fair amount of ice time tonight. Another good hold at the line, good support there by Semling. A good forecheck from Bernovic. They play to the boards. Alphen creeping down. This one played off the boards and out. Gronke couldn't hold, but it's poked in deep by Boone. Boone along the end boards. Up front, a one-timer for Gronke, and she is denied. Good positioning by the keeper for the home squad.
Yeah.
Gianna Eckel.
Well, you know,
first shot was a good one.
Got to study that film, because exactly what Boone did the first game. She's able to use that net, and then she right away looks for that player coming down the middle, and she found her.
Gronke had the shorthanded goal in the last contest.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Blocking the pass from Semling that went underneath Eckel. At the time, giving him a brief 2-1 lead. Scored on that same power play just seconds later. A tip by Oswego on a shot from June Semling. Bowden trying to dance her way to the middle of the ice. Tip back into the corner. Gronke will play it out to center, out of the reach of Boone. Turning with it is Solomon. She plays it off the boards, and guess who gets it? Boone. Moves it ahead for Klebacek. She sends it in and gives chase. Klebacek gets to it first on the far side. Looks out to the point. Shot by Mills was blocked. She's able to regain it and play it down low. Behind the net is Pettengill. Shot through traffic by Roth. Not sure if it got in on Eckel or was deflected wide. That shot blocked. Possession continues for Woodbury. Stopped up at the blue line, and regaining it is Mills. And she took a second to dump it in. They had to tag up, gives the Blades an opportunity. Bernovic will settle and skate into the zone along the right board. She's pressured by Roth. Coughs up the puck. Support there from Semling. Semling controls. Trying to evade a couple of stick checks along the end boards. Swept away from her. Out at the blue line is Oswego, trying to get it back down to Bernovic, and that was intercepted. The other way comes Alexa Bricko. Bricko gets to the red line and shovels it up and into the zone. Slashed the stick out of the hands of Bernovic, and then it was also knocked away from her. Bernovic was looking for a call, wouldn't get it. Now playing physically as she ties up there with Briella Hipsch. An opportunity with numbers, a backdoor feed and a goal for Maddie Mills, filling from the blue line. Able to walk in close and put it top shelf. And now, excuse me, it was Sadie Roth. I just saw the two. Sadie Roth walking down the slot, goes top shelf, and a very early lead for Woodbury.
Well, as you saw again, once again, weak side play. Everybody gets kind of puck watching here and then gives up the middle of the ice, and there's the open player. She's able to sneak right on down in there and find the spot with Roth getting her goal. And for Roth, that is going to be her 10th goal of the season. Well, big start, just like last game. Woodbury got the lead, and the Blades were able to come back and get something going because they've had good zone time. Just got to find a way. Like the first game, they had a hard time getting to the front of the net because the Royals really do protect the house well.
They are very strong in their defensive end. A win on the draw from Roth. And now she'll carry in down the left wing. A shot gloved by Eckel, and the faceoff coming to her right.
You know, that's what you need to do. Just kind of continue to play as a team. Make sure you got things covered. And that weak side is always so dangerous.
Played down just under the stick of Briella Hipsch. Alford trying to poke it ahead to Bowden. It comes back to her, sweeps it out to the blue line, held there. That shot by Mills didn't get through. Pass just out of the reach of Tessa Bowden, but it was deflected. No icing as Jocelyn Hipsch recovers behind the net. Near side for Bricko. Cross ice pass didn't connect with Gronke. She had to touch back up or would have been offside.
I was wondering how Woodbury to react to this Olympic rink. They're doing real well.
McKenna Miller an opportunity down the near side, and she fired it high and wide. Shot from the point. Doesn't get through. Stopped up by Callie Alphen, and she will skate back through center. Lost the handle, and that should be icing.
It is.
12:24 to go in the first period. An early lead for Woodbury on the goal by Sadie Roth. Joe Young and Jerry Grant. Honored to be providing today's coverage. There's a look at Todd Gutterman. One more game in the regular season for the Blades.
Yeah.
They play at Wayzata on Tuesday.
Another good team.
And that's how you get ready for the playoffs. Couple of top 10 opponents in your last couple of games, and 4 of their last 5 games have been against top 20 teams. So they will definitely be all season long. I think it's 10 games or something against ranked teams. And so almost half of their games, they are definitely battle tested. And they will need to be. Centennial Spring Lake Park is the #1 team in the state. You know, depending on which ranking you look at, these Woodbury Royals are anywhere from 3 to 6. I think 8 actually in the Star Tribune. Backhand chance for Bernovic, and she got just underneath it too much, and it went up over the net.
There you go.
Cross ice. Bernovic takes a look. The shot bounces around out front. Recovered by Gronke. Gronke circles back. Looks for help. Plays it off the boards. Out of the reach of Solomon. Into the zone. Swept back by Oswego. Solomon
body contact.
Gets to the zone. Semling snaps it high. It may have been going over the net, but it's snared by the glove of Alyssa Pulaski.
Well, we're picking up right where we left off last game. It's starting to get a little physical. There's a lot of bumping. There's a lot of body contact, and they're just going to have to keep playing through it. Unfortunately for the Blades, right, you see right here that nice glove save again, a little high, but there have been pucks in that slot area, but sometimes you get a little too deep. You want to hang back a little bit so you can go forward and get to that loose puck.
Klebacek gets to the red line and sends it in and around. The far side is Callie Roth. She can't stop it up. Callie Alphen will get it to Tessa Bowden. Tessa Bowden is pressured, plays it back into the corner. Alphen behind her own net, stops up, avoids the pressure from Klebacek, trying to play it up the middle. That was intercepted, recovered by the Blades. Bowden spins near side. Anna Pitson collects and gets across the red line into the zone. To Easton. Easton got it back. Easton had the tying goal late in the third period, a somewhat controversial goal in that Kaposia Classic semifinal. This one swept out of the zone and down as Swegan behind her own net, chased by Pettengill, plays it around. Bowden off the boards. Easton trying to move it through, got it across the blue line at least. Continues to battle and then plays it into the zone. Quickly the other way. Bonnie Zhao plays it off the boards all the way down. That is icing. And another face-off in the Woodbury end with 10:17 on the clock in the first.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Royals have only given up 10 goals in the last 10 games. And guess who had the most goals against them in those 10? The Blades. had those 3 goals. No one else has had 3 goals against this team in 2026. They're really solid defensively.
Well, just 2 games. I think what is it? 8 shutouts, 11 more games with only 1 goal allowed. So what's that? 19 of their 24 games, they have only allowed 1 or fewer. That's insanity. When you get to the end of the game. Good chance in the slot on the backhand, but Eckel in good position to deny Alexa Bricko.
Just fundamental hockey. You see that nice drop pass to the trailer. The trailer comes down, looks for that separation, finds that player in the middle, and get a great shot again. That's 3 shots in the house already out of their 4.
Bricko had 3 goals and 2 assists against Lakeville South a couple of games ago. She's got 4 goals, 4 assists over the last 4 games. She was held off the score sheet in that 1-0 win over Mountains View Irondale.
Yeah.
So looking to get back on track.
Yeah, well, and then you got McKenna Miller with 17 goals, 20 assists for 37 points. So there's some firepower on Woodbury.
Face-off win. Pressured at the point. Jocelyn Hipsch just plays it down into the corner. Solomon behind for Oswego. Moves it for Semling. She gets it off to center, but it's intercepted by Bricko. Tried to get back in, poked away by Oswego. The pass to an empty spot. Swept back out to center, and Bernovic wins a puck battle. Toe drags to the middle on the backhand, lost the handle. Got to the dangerous part of the ice, just not able to stay in control and get off a good shot. Poked at by Oswego. Back to the Woodbury line and then sent all the way back down, and another icing call.
Yeah, the problem for Bernovic is what we've seen against this team both times now. You beat 1, there's always a number 2 there. They're playing good, solid, fundamental defense.
Well, and that is something maybe not talked about enough when you talk about good defensive teams. Teams that are smart enough and strong enough to just gain possession and take the icing. It's not going to hurt you the way it does in the pros and college ranks. Gives you a chance to reset, get new troops out if needed. I mean, you don't want to just sit back and ice the puck over and over and over again. But it is not a horrible option, and it's one that strong defensive teams use a lot.
Yeah. Well, and the thing for Woodbury is they found out River City, the Blades can put a good forecheck on you, so they're finding a way. If they're in trouble, they're just icing the puck. They're just dumping it out because they got to find a way to get quicker zone exits because they got to move that puck quicker. Like, here we go, win the draw again.
Kroenke shot on, turned away by Eckel. Shot was disrupted a little bit before she got rid of it by the stick check from Alphen. This one just out of the zone under the stick of Ella Adamson. Back in comes McKenna Miller. Backdoor. Kroenke is shut down. And maybe a quick whistle. Eckel looked over her shoulder. It was actually in between her legs. And as she did, it came spitting back out, but the whistle had already been blown.
Well, the Blades better wake up because they are not covering the weak side the way they need to. They're all, again, 3 people on the puck. You got to watch that young lady on the far side because she is very dangerous every time.
Zhao's shot is blocked back out to center. She'll play it off the boards. Recovered there by Miller. Miller near side for Kroenke, and that's offside.
Yep, just offside by about 2 feet.
Little more than midway through the first period. Woodbury, a 1-goal lead. Sadie Roth scoring at 3:32.
Yeah, well, once Woodbury found their legs, they've been playing real solid here the last 5 minutes. They definitely have been carrying play. I say, you don't know it, but you come to Champlin Ice for them. It's an Olympic-sized rink. And I was thinking, well, maybe it's a home advantage, but I'll tell you what, Woodbury skates so well, they love playing here already.
Well, and two, when you have a team that really passes well and plays position well, that's the team that is going to benefit from the extra space.
Yeah, spread out.
Boone, an opportunity. She fired it high and wide. Hipsch tried to get it back down low to her, taken away by Bernovic. Across for Bella Lindquist. Lindquist can't get past Boone. Boone's pass intercepted by Semling, who turns and fires it back in. And now it's played off the boards all the way down by Maddie Mills. That's another icing, and they'll just get fresh troops out there and start to the right of Pulaski. And that another benefit to having a goaltender that you can really rely on. It's easier to take those defensive zone draws. It'll be to her left.
Yep, and they're confident in their centers to win draws.
Played across, a shot deflected and missed just wide. It had Pulaski beat, and it hit the side of the net. Bowden across for Olivia Pitson. Back to Alphen in the middle. Her shot is blocked. Poked at, still loose. Turning with it is Easton. She spun around. Zhao able to get on it for Woodbury. Play it out to center. Played right back in deep. First one there is Isabella Coon. She plays it off the near boards. That's sent out to center. Bowden had it poked away from her by Caitlin Roth. Comes back to Caitlin Easton. Her shot deflected up and out of play. Another face-off in the Woodbury end. 6:43 left in the first.
Well, this is one of those games. You'll see the replay here coming up on the draw. Clean win that time for the Blades. Good shot. Nice passing across, and again, quick. I think she got a toe on it.
Get a toe on it.
Oh yeah.
I thought it hit the side of the net or the post. What a save.
Yeah, that was a good one again.
Spinning shot by Semling, misses into the near corner. Stepping down is Lexi Solomon, and Woodbury has a player on the ice slow to get up, and certainly hope that is nothing serious. Briella Hipsch.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. She kind of got twisted around a little bit.
A couple of teammates out to help, not putting any weight on that left foot, and hate to see that. Final game of the regular season for the Woodbury Royals.
Yeah, they don't need injuries.
Especially to their seniors.
Yeah, you don't want injuries this time of year. That's what will get you in trouble. And see right there, just a little collision, kind of just a little turn the ankle over type thing, kind of bumped legs.
Off the draw, Solomon's shot is blocked.
Again.
Racing forward is Boone. She flips it ahead and gives chase again. Swegan will get there first, but it's icing before either of them get to the puck.
Yeah, it was icing. She dumped that before the red line.
Yeah, just about 2 steps.
Yeah, that's the one thing we haven't talked enough about with this defense. They're blocking a lot of shots already, too, aren't they? So you win games. You got to pay the price. You got all that good equipment on. Use it.
Tie up off the draw, flipped out to center by McKenna Miller, recovered by Solomon, plays it off the near boards, chopped at by Bernovic, loose puck turned around by Jocelyn Hipsch, all tied up in front of the sin bin for now. 3 blue jerseys against 1 in gray, but it's the Blades that come away with it. Swegan nearly at her pocket pick by Gronke, gives it back to Semling, and then a pass by Solomon intercepted. Gronke into the zone, too far in front of Miller. Miller back to the back door and just underneath the stick of Madison Boone. Poked at by Bernovic. She'll reach back and grab it. In some traffic behind the net along the end boards, kicks it free. There to help out is Solomon. Lindquist plays it back. Bernovic had it tipped away. Gronke turns, tried to play it to the boards for Jocelyn Hipsch, and she had turned the other way. Another tie-up along the boards, just past the hash marks. Bella Lindquist cross ice for Semling. Semling will take the time as her teammates change. She'll take the shot, and it's off the glove of Pulaski into the corner. Semling continues to forecheck. Long stretch pass, and Gronke got a piece but couldn't control. And icing waved off as she's tied up in the corner there. And that was nearly disastrous.
Yep. There's a cherry picker again. They did that in the first game. Oh, penalty coming up on the Blades.
No, it's going to go against Gronke for a hold.
Gronke. Okay, good. Yeah.
I thought it took a bit to get the whistle, but it was the right call. She turned around and took a hold of Alphen a little bit. Oh. So it was as they separated, I take it then.
All right.
I thought there was a hold there.
Yeah. There you go. Let's see it, Joe. Watch, and there it comes. Oh. There it is. There's the hand on the head.
And it's that final push down at the very end.
It was a big power play. Blades need to get something. Show they can score on the power play on this squad.
Shot deflected in, and somehow Pulaski able to keep her toe over there and make the save.
Yeah, Pulaski's, when she needed to be good, she made 2 really good saves. A nice pass across, and then look for it. And good shot. It's gonna
bounce it off the defender is not a bad way.
No, well, put it in the crease and go after it.
Well, and this is a PK that is 95% on the season.
95%.
They had not given up a power play or had not given up a goal to the opponent's power play until the Composure Classic, when they gave one up to each of the first 2 games.
Yeah, well, you see why they're good. They doubled right there, just right on the puck, double teamed earlier to get it out of the zone, and there they played the body and were able to get the job done.
Pitson able to kick it into the zone, cutting back is Easton. Pitson jumps on it. Backhander, easy stick save. Easton spins, plays it out to Alphen. Alphen caught on her backhand. She lost the edge. Here's trouble, and who else but Boone, Madison Boone. A partial breakaway, good stick, but she stays with it, and she scores to make it a 2-goal lead. A shorthanded goal for Woodbury late in this first period.
Yeah, well, that happened to him the first game. You just got to manage that puck. When you're all alone at that blue line, you got to dump it back in when you have no help, and that's just an error. That happens. Just the second goal. Now you have to bear down and try to finish this job with 57 seconds still left on the power play. But I'll tell you what, Woodbury came here ready to play today because they knew the first time was a tough game, and they have just too bad because Kelly's had a real good game. She played great the last time, she showed her power there, didn't she?
Yeah, well, and it's a good stick check.
Yeah.
From, is that Anna Pitson, I think?
Yeah, but she's just strong. That's a good hockey
it's Olivia Pitson, but it's a good stick check, but she's able to fight through it and still put it behind. Power play continues. After giving up a shorthanded goal in that first meeting, they were able to score on the power play just seconds later.
Yeah, that's the 33rd goal of the year for Boone, so she knows how to put the puck in the net. There it is. Yep.
Semling had to settle it a little bit, not able to fire the one-timer, ends up missing high and wide. Bernovic thought about going back to her and instead sweeps it into the corner.
Hit that net and crash it.
Out to the point for Lindquist. Her pass deflected.
Good stick.
Semling. Cross for Bernovic. She'll shoot, and the save is made by a sliding Pulaski.
Well, that's the one thing when you have a good penalty kill team, you got to move the puck, and when you can't take time. You got to right away look up and move that puck right away. Like there, that's a good job moving the puck, getting the shot toward the net. But Pulaski's there, able to glove it and get a whistle.
Back to 5-on-5, face-off win. Solomon into the middle, Semling fires wide. And the indirect didn't have enough indirection on it.
There's the difference.
And that is icing.
There's the difference. And every time the Blades have had a good opportunity, they've missed the net. And what happens sometimes, you have a good goaltender, you try to finesse it too much because you know she's that good. You're trying to pick a corner. Just got to keep shooting the puck on the net, try to get a job to get that goaltender to drop it, get a rebound.
Well, and that is something that again, Royals do so well defending in their own end. Very rarely do you get second chance opportunities against this team. Miller had it chopped off her stick all the way down into the Blades end. Solomon plays it around. Lindquist takes a look, gathers and pitchforks it out to Brnovich. She's tied up by Boone, loses her stick. Boone plays it back in. Solomon plays it across for Semling. Semling across for Brnovich and not quite able to straddle the blue line, and the Blades are in offside. 1:46 left in the first.
Well, you know, the Blades have done a nice job. They just have to get out of this period. 2-0's not insurmountable, and just regroup a little bit and see what's going on. And shots are 6-7. They're doing good things. The only problem is Woodbury's capitalizing on their opportunities.
Played off the boards all the way down. That's another icing call.
About the 6th, 7th icing?
Yeah, I would say that's a conservative measure.
Yeah, but let's call it 10. Well, it hasn't hurt them, but you know what? When you get down the line in the section playoffs, that type of thing can hurt you, so they have to watch that.
Face-off win for the Royals. They're able to play it out.
3-on-1.
Down the wing comes Marissa Hitch. Out in front, a rebound and a goal for Maria Klebacek.
Well, just another outnumbered rush. And they are ready to play today. That is no doubt about it. Here comes the replay. Wide open down the wing. Looks up, finds the far wing. Shot, and then there's the trailer. And in the puck goes the net, and Klebacek again gets the goal, and that will be her 4th of the year. Well, the Blades are just making too many mistakes right now.
Semling able to get it through the defender. Her shot, blocker save, and this is going to put River Cities back on the power play. Pretty obvious interference call coming. Get the extra skater out. Shot is taken away, and as it's touched up, the whistle will go, and the penalty will be called with exactly 1 minute left.
Well, the Blades, yeah.
The period.
They need to do something on this power play. They got to check on that one. Yeah, they have to score. They just, no doubt about it. They have to do it for their own confidence, because going down 3-0 after one, it's getting to be a deeper hole than you want.
Callie Pettengill called for a check. Could have called it interference. Just solid body contact. Lindquist is shot. Glove save for Pulaski. She's going to stop almost anything when she can see it from that far away.
Yeah, that's not a problem for her. No traffic, just right into her midsection. Catches it, frees it.
Another face-off win. Lindquist will play it down the boards. Bowden back door. Semling had to settle. Forced onto her backhand. Will regroup. Cross for Lindquist. Brnovich, she'll shoot. Save made. Rebound chance. Bowden recovers. They reset. 30 seconds left in the period. Lindquist trying to settle a bobbling puck. Here's Semling is shot, and the glove save and hold for Alyssa Pulaski.
Yeah, getting opportunities, open players, just not able to see it. She's nice. Bella Lindquist looking, finding Semling in the middle, and then there's Pulaski with the traffic that time. She's able to see it, get the job done. Win another draw.
Lindquist walking in, her shot,
there's
save, rebound is loose, and then flip behind. Trying to get it back out front, and able to snare it was Pulaski. She'll hold. 11 seconds left.
Well, that's the attitude right there. Get the puck to the net and crash. Just get after it. At some point, you got to just say, all right, that's enough. We got to start getting after things here.
Another face-off win for Brnovich. Played across. The shot, blocker save is up and out of play.
Yeah. Pulaski's a calm and cool customer there. She just flicked that away with her blocker like no big deal. I have to pull the goaltender to try to do something with 2 seconds left.
6-on-4 on the offensive zone face-off.
In the draw.
Extra body out there. Lots of traffic in front of the net. 2 seconds doesn't give you much time, and they're going to put that 2 seconds back on. And we're going to do this again.
Yep. Well, mainly here you want to hit. Should have a lefty, you just kind of scoot it towards the net here. You don't have enough time to really draw it back and shoot it. Got to be bing bang.
Especially to a right-handed player.
Yeah.
In the shooting position.
Yeah. Little. Well,
just enough time.
Almost.
It deflected in, and it did get it in on goal. So a flurry at the finish to go to the locker room with a healthy advantage in shots on goal, but in the important column, it's all Woodbury. They're up 3-0. We'll take a break and be back with first period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN. Back at the ice forum in Champlin, and it was a rough period for the home squad. The Blades came out maybe a little bit on their heels, a little bit lackadaisical to get going, and Woodbury came out all guns firing.
Yeah, they sure did. Woodbury looked good. They were skating really well. They're doing a great job, and here are your highlights.
Yeah, they scored just 3.5 minutes in. Sadie Roth going top shelf, and then just, you lose an edge, you turn it over to their best scorer, shorthanded break, and even with the stumble and the stick check, staying with it was Madison Boone. She nets her 33rd goal of the season, and then they add one more late in the game. Everybody on the front line touching it, and putting it home was Marissa Klebacek, her 4th of the season. And River Cities is going to start the second period with a minute remaining on their power play, and they really need this to score if they hope to get back in this contest. Again, this is a Woodbury team that has only allowed 3 goals against in 2 games out of 24 so far this season.
Yeah, and the problem right now is the Blades are doing a good job in the power play. They're holding the puck in the zone, but they're just not getting the shots they need. They're not getting the traffic. You got to beat that goaltender with traffic and congestion.
And a changing direction on the puck. Pulaski is very good, and if she can see it from a long way, she is going to stop it. Her defenders are very solid. If you're not on top of that rebound, if there is one, they're going to clear it quickly.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of hockey to be played. 17 minutes down, 34 to go. We drop the puck on period number 2 right after this on CTN.
Howie, do you know why fish are so bad at volleyball? Because they're afraid of the net.
Why me?
Why couldn't the volleyball player cross the road? There were too many bumps. Why was Cinderella kicked off the team? Because she ran away from the ball.
I hate you.
Welcome back to the Ice Forum in Champlin. The Woodbury Royals, a 3-goal lead to start the second period. They will have to kill off another minute of the penalty to Callie Pettengill, who heads to the penalty box to start.
Yeah, and Pulaski was busy. I mean, she had 15 shots, 15 saves that period.
Well, and 8 of their 15 came on the power play. 6 of those 8 I believe, on this second power play. So just in the last minute of the period, they really tried to pepper the net, especially after giving up the shorthanded goal on their first power play opportunity. Semling into the zone, finds room, and tried to go top shelf short side, and a blocker save on a great opportunity by Pulaski. Lindquist lost it. Ice maybe still a little sticky. Gronke pokes it out to center. 30 seconds left on the power play. Brnovic attacks right side. Skates behind to Semling. She steps into a shot, and that is blocked up and out of play by Maddie Mills in good position.
Well, that's a good response. Both good shots come out on the power play, controlling play a little bit here. You see that nice pass and a quick shot, and just not able to find the way to get that in the net.
Mills isn't even facing the puck, able to block it with her backside. Up out of play. Semling across the top, fanned on the shot. Boone pokes it out to center. Recovered by Lindquist at her own blue line. Less than 10 seconds left on the advantage. Bowden spins around at the blue line. And now we'll enter with speed, drop it off. Lindquist plays it across. Oswego walking in, just a piece of it for Pulaski, and it's recovered by Gronke. She gets some open ice, plays it off the boards. Pettengill has help. Boone, backdoor, Pettengill. Great back check by Sydney Brnovic, getting a stick into the passing lane, or Pettengill would have had a wide open net, and Brnovic dragged down along the boards, and that one is not going to be called. Looked like Pettengill might be going right back to the sin bin.
Yeah, she should have.
Tessa Bowden into the zone, and Semling was caught in offside.
Well, good start to the power play. Got some nice shots. Got up to 17 here. 2 shots there, but no goals. And then right away, here comes Woodbury in the counter. And I don't know how they didn't score on this one. Just a, like you say, good back check to get that stick in the way. Brnovic, huh? Well, when you're down by 3, you just got to keep grinding. Got to try to get that first goal here. But you got to be careful on those pinches and make sure you got support.
Bricko plays across ice. Pettengill deflects into the zone and catches up with it. Tied up there with Alphen. Bricko gets it free and fires it into the far corner. Anna Pitson protecting the puck. Pummel a player.
Yeah, good body position.
And not considered a check as long as you're doing it to defend the puck.
Yeah, you kind of turned her way into that space and then had a collision on that little opportunity. Blades come out and get 2 shots right away, and Woodbury finally gets one there and had a real good opportunity. Yeah, Woodbury's dangerous in the counterattack. They know what they're doing. They'll come up ice real quick and move that puck around.
Boone, a face-off win. Bobbled a bit at the blue line by Coon. Kept it in. Now swept out to center by Brnovic. Coming back to recover it is Semling. Backhands it over for Oswego. Oswego waited, and Boone jumped on the loose puck. Good support coming from Solomon. She'll play it around. And now get it back from Lindquist and then play it ahead. Semling leaves it there for Brnovic with speed into the zone. Flipping it out front, directed in by Semling, but Pulaski able to make the save.
Yeah, Pulaski's made the save when she's had to.
Kuden fires it around the glass all the way down, and that'll be another icing just exactly 3 minutes into this second period.
Well, that is the strategy for Woodbury. Whenever the first line for the Blaze is out and has some pressure, they're just icing the puck. It hasn't hurt them yet, and they're going to keep doing it because that line's been putting a lot of pressure on, but they're just not able to get that puck by Pulaski, who's been very good.
Face-off win for the Blades. A shot by Pitson blocked into the corner. Recovered by the Royals. Played around. Gronke tied up there, but able to play it out to center. Stepping up on it, Olivia Pitson trying to play it toward the net. Turned around immediately by Maddie Mills. Right back out to center. Anna Pitson's pass off the mark, trying to get Easton into the zone. Played right back to the Blades end. Alphen plays it off the far board. Stepping into it is Jocelyn Hipsch. She is slowed there and knocked to the ice. Tied up with Olivia Pitson. Coming away with it, Tessa Bowden. Ahead, out of the reach of Caitlin Easton. That pass the other way, out of the reach of Gronke, and it's Alphen back at her own end. Alphen plays it off the boards. Easton tried to shovel it along, didn't get enough on it. Quickly turned around by Boone. Gronke just shoots it in on goal, and it's deflected into the corner by the stick of Gianna Eckel. There's a collision there. I was a little surprised they didn't call that one. Seemed to be a rather intentional body contact that would be intending to keep the Blades player from getting to the puck, which is what they called in the rule book interference, but not called.
Nope.
Play goes on.
They're letting them play for the most part. They're calling the overly aggressive stuff, but there's a lot of body contact today.
Face-off win for the Blades. Solomon sweeps it around. Long pass from Semling, deflected into the bench, and we'll have a face-off at center ice.
No, that's all right. Try to spring a long pass yourself here. Try to loosen up that forecheck from Woodbury. Woodbury gets a line out for a matchup here.
Face-off win for the Royals this time. Regroup in their own zone. Zhao pounds it past Semling, but not out of the zone as Swegan pokes it back in deep. Zhao sweeps it behind. There to collect is Ella Adamson. Roth plays it out to center. Pettengill into the zone. Tried to center. Taken away by Semling. Semling plays it off the boards and out. Then blocks the dump attempt and skates into the zone with it. On the backhand, centers, and that was behind Bella Lindquist. Clear attempt, stopped up and flung towards the net by Semling as she makes her way to the bench and maybe a little shaken up, and that would be a huge problem for the Blades. Lindquist centering, backhand, not a lot on it, turned to the corner. Brnovik spins and shoots, shut down by Pulaski. Best scoring chance of the game so far for the home team.
Pulaski's on her game. That was a great chance. That was a good shift by the Blades. They picked up their intensity. They got some good opportunities. Unfortunately, just not able to score. Up to 19 shots. So right now they're leading the shot chart here for this period.
Oh, looks like June's okay. She did seem to be hobbling off, maybe limping a little bit when she left the ice. It might have just been exhaustion, end of a long shift. Seems to be laughing and carrying on the bench, so I would assume there's no great concern.
Good.
Alphen trying to cut to the middle of the ice.
There's a penalty.
Caitlin Roth tipped it away from her, and that's a penalty because she has found herself out of position. And Alphen is going to be the first penalized player for the home squad tonight.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic of Alphen. She's having a little bit of a problem handling the puck at times tonight and getting herself in a bad position. And when that happens, the other team will take advantage of it. She got the body in there, and then she just a little bit too much. Yeah, let's see this good power play. He said, what was it? Over 30%.
Yeah, 30.8.
Yeah, well, we know who the shooter is.
They call it an elbow to Alphen. Here's Boone walking in. Backhand chance turned away by Eckel. Out to the point. Zhao plays it across. One-timer blocked out front by Oswego. Collecting on the far side is Boone, trying to bounce it past Solomon. There to support and send it out to center with Semling.
Yeah, Boone has 8 power play goals, so you got to watch her.
Miller skates in, top of the circles. Her shot blocked out front, cleared all the way down. Speed from Sydney Brnovik. She'll get to the puck first and skate behind the offensive net, tipped off her stick. Semling coming to forecheck as well. That one's going to be picked up by Oswego.
Careful.
Looking back out front for Brnovic. And nearly turned into a 2-on-1. And a little late on the recognition. And the pass for Gronke was intercepted by Solomon. Now carried into the zone by Bricko. Bricko leads it back. Played across. Zhao dances with it a bit. A great look for the tip by Bricko. But it ends up just wide. McKenna Miller along the near boards. Into the slot. Got away from Bricko. Recovered by Boone. Spins at the goal line. Back up top. Across for Miller, and she fanned on the one-timer. Mills put a little too much on it. Jocelyn Hipsch behind the net. Spins to her backhand. Looks. A chance for Miller. Got nothing on it. Still an opportunity, but the spinning shot by Bricko ends up in the far corner. Flung back to the near corner. And now back to the far corner, and just the one shot on goal. But on this power play, they've spent almost the entire 2 minutes in the offensive end. And that is going to do it for the penalty to Callie Alphen. She comes in and intercepts immediately, gets it back out to center, sent right back in by Maddie Mills. Behind the net, Lexi Solomon. And she is going to send it all the way down and just get some fresh legs on the ice. 8:50 to go in period number 2.
Well, good power play, good zone time, but the Blades did a good job keeping them out of the middle because the Royals were trying to get those tip plays down low. Just missed on a couple of them, but
and blocked a couple of shots.
Yeah.
And fortunate fan on maybe the best look for McKenna Miller on the near face-off dot. Off the face-off, Zhao's shot blocked, and will go all the way back down to Alyssa Pulaski, and she's going to cover up as Hannah Pitson was bringing a little pressure behind Isabella Coon.
Yeah, good job by Bowden there, doing a good job blocking that shot, and then Pitson racing down trying to get to that puck. And Pulaski does what she does. He just throws the puck and goes for a face-off.
Good tie-up by Easton. Pitson had a stick on it. Easton a chance. And a glove scoop by Pulaski. We'll face it off again in the Woodbury end.
Well, Blades are getting their chances. That's their 5th shot in the house this period. They're up to 20 shots.
Another face-off win. Alphen is shot through traffic. Another glove save for Pulaski. Another face-off coming to her right.
Yeah, just you're going to have to find a way to get somebody to get a stick on that, get a tip, get something like that, because this goaltender is just, there's a brick house down there right now. Very confident.
Exactly midway through the contest, Woodbury. 3 goals, all in the first period. An opportunity out front, a loose puck, and the Blades couldn't get a stick on it. Gronke finally gets a hold of it and fires it the distance and out of danger.
That is just their luck this evening. That was a golden opportunity because the Pulaski didn't know where it was. Well, just sitting there.
So rare that she gives up any rebounds, and that one in a spot where she didn't know where it was, and it was just out of the reach of every girl wearing gray. Face-off win by the Royals. Mills will play it around. Miller on the far side, pressured along the boards by Solomon. Couple of bodies hit the ice. Puck still tied up. Pokes free. Then comes loose. Semling spins and shoots. Boone knocks that down. Gronke goes cross ice, and here's McKenna Miller on the left wing. Tried to toe drag past Solomon and was denied. Boone comes back and breaks it up. Her cross ice pass taken away by June Semling. Semling off the boards, out to center. Lindquist battling with Jocelyn Hipsch, who's able to get it to the blue line. And here's Boone waiting for the zone to clear. Dancing her way back in, knocking the stick away from Oswego, but back the other way come the Blades. Tessa Bowden. Oh, sorry, that's Brnovic. Shot, glove save, and a little bit of a bobble by Pulaski, but she's able to cover it up.
Yep, well, another rush. The only problem is it's usually 1 on 2 or 3, so nice cut to the middle by Brnovic, but there's Pulaski just right on top of her crease.
Mills wins the race to the puck down low, spins it around, out of the reach of Pettingill. Alphen plays it to Easton. Here's Anna Pitson out front, and Bowden couldn't get a stick on it. Olivia Pitson at the far blue line. Slips past Bowden in the corner. Anna Pitson bumped off it. Bowden gets to it behind the net. Bowden trying to center, tied up there. Coming away with it is Hipsch. Plays it to the line, held there by Alphen. Mills can't get there. Anna Pitson ducks back and then lost the handle as she tried to jam it back out front.
No stick over there.
Anna Pitson looking for room. Her shot blocked. Able to recover it. Gets it down low. Bowden tries to get it back to her out front. Kicked away by Mills. And now played back into the far corner. Mills ties up there. Official in the mix as well as Bowden trying to get it back out front, unable to do so. Out to the point, Bella Lindquist playing it in deep. Intercepting is Roth, takes it behind her own net, trying to ice. Couldn't get it through the traffic. Here's Lindquist. Out front, a one-timer, and a goal for Sydney Bernovic.
Well, that forecheck finally paid off because they pinned Woodbury in their end and really did a great job hustling to every loose puck and found Bernovic finally open in that soft spot, and she's able to rip a one-timer to finally beat Pulaski.
Well, we've talked all game about Woodbury is fine, comfortable icing the puck, and they've done it a lot. The ice attempt cut off, and then Bella Lindquist just good.
What a great play.
Just good patience to find room in the corner, centers, and puts it right on a tee for Sydney Bernovic to walk into the one-timer. That is number 28 on the season for Sydney Bernovic. She is the program's scoring leader.
Yeah, you got to give Lindquist a lot of credit because she's just been hustling all day. I like her attitude on that play.
After Lily McKenzie last year set a record at just over 150 points in her career, we knew Sydney Bernovic was going to probably eclipse that this season. She has done so and is setting that bar as high as she can for June. We'll have an opportunity to surpass her come next season because June is already into the triple digits in her junior season.
Yeah, that was close. Pitson almost had one there. She just missed. There's no penalty on that. Nice little tip.
Semling bumped a little bit. Battles for the puck, not able to win it back.
Now
they're going to call Semling for the slash, knocking the stick away from the Woodbury player, and that's maybe a little frustration after she was pushed off the puck on the zone entry.
Yep, that's what it was. They always get the retaliation one. They never get the first one sometimes. Well, that's good momentum shift, 3-1. Now you put Woodbury back in the power play.
Well, they had just the one shot on the power play. They did spend almost the entire 2 minutes in the offensive zone.
Yep.
But as you had mentioned, the Blades doing a nice job of keeping them to the perimeter and really not giving them grade A opportunities. They did also block a number of shots during that power play earlier in this period.
Yeah, well, they're out shooting them 9-4. I mean, the Blades have played a great period. This has been a good period. Let's see if they can get through this penalty kill. That would be very important so they can keep their momentum going.
Coach Todd Gutterman getting a little bit of an explanation how she was thrown to the boards on entry and knocked off the puck, and then as she battled to get it back, it's one of those penalties that nowadays is always called, and in the old days would be just hold on to your stick. Backdoor feed. Boone was all alone, and she got underneath it, put it up over the net. Out to the front. They are going to switch sides as much as they can. Bricko walking into it, tried to get it out front. That hit traffic. Bowden plays it off the glass, but stopped up immediately by Boone.
Yeah, Boone just knocks it out of the air. She's got good eye-hand coordination.
Zhao across. Gronke into the zone, pressured there by Olivia Pitson. Boone there to support, but coughed up the puck. Bowden sent it out. Easton will not be able to win the race against McGenna Miller.
No, Miller's fast.
Miller cross ice, and that was
all right.
offsides. Alphen just a foot too far into the neutral zone.
Yeah, good job by Kelly. It's all right. Take a whistle there. Good job going up there, breaking that play up. Just don't let Woodbury get their momentum. Don't let them get organized.
And don't let them enter on an odd man rush. They are very good
Real good
on the odd woman rush.
Yes, they are.
They are very solid in transition. You don't want to let them hang around in the offensive zone either, but
Yeah, like right there, all the way across
cross
the rink.
ice, strong entry. Brickhill leaves it back. Boone will get it right back from Zhao. Has to chase it down in the corner. Circle back. Zhao up top. Across. Miller walking in. Goes back door, and that was fanned on a bit by Gronke. And now a tie up along the end board. Blades get it, but not able to get it past Zhao.
Right in the right spot was Zhao.
Bricko at the blue line. Zhao had it in her skates, put it back on her stick. Down to the hash marks. Miller across for Boone walking in. She snaps one. That's blocked out front by Lexi Solomon. Not enough on that pass attempt, and it's swept all the way down by Bella Lindquist.
Nice
And
play.
there's a steal along the end line, end boards by Sydney Bernovic.
Yeah, they're hammering her way on her, so she just had enough of it. She fought back a little bit.
And that'll do it for the power play. No shots on goal.
Yeah, good job. I mean, they had some chances they just missed, but the Blaze did the work.
And a turnover. Easton slides it in, and then you've got to call that.
That was a body slam.
I mean, that was a solid hip check.
Yeah.
You can, I suppose, argue that she was protecting her keeper, but
No.
that was a deliberate hip check.
Well, you know, this game will get just like the first one. When they're not going to call these things, it's just going to escalate. And she's going for the puck, and bam.
Yeah, that's
body contact.
that should be a call.
Oh, well. And we're not trying to be homers. We're just trying to make sure players don't get hurt.
Pass gets away from Caitlin Ross, sent back in by Oswego. Mills tries to reverse. Miller lost the handle. Back to the near side. Oswego pitches down.
She got away with one there. See, that's what's going to start happening. Well, you can do it. I'm doing it.
Jocelyn Hipsch deep into the left wing corner, spins back, centers. That's broken up. Anna Pitson trying to get on her horse. Pitson gets to the blue line, sends it in, and then shakes off the tie-up attempt by Maddie Mills and sends her flying into her own crease.
Well, it's getting interesting. Blaze just got to keep grinding, keep going, try to get that next one, then it'll get really interesting. Because they've dominated the second period.
Well, as long as they can go into the break down no more than 2, I think they're in relatively good shape. Boone spins with it.
Dangle there.
Backhands across, and that one's got away from Miller. Miller able to body it back, though, and send it in deep. Alphen out of the corner and had to run over Boone, and then is dragged down by Gronke, and Miller back the other way for Woodbury. Tied up along the boards. Puck comes free. Kicked at by Bernovic. She gets it ahead to Semling. Semling into the zone. She'll take the shot. And held by Pulaski right in the midsection.
Yep. Okay. Not a problem for her from that.
Yeah, Bernovic's got to try and maintain composure because, they are
they're all
troubling her, and you can see the pressure she's trying to fight through to be an option, and tied up there by Boone.
Yeah, he's got to play smart. I mean, it's a long game. Just kind of hang in there. Things will turn around if you just keep working.
Semling out for Solomon. Had to scramble for it across to Oswego. Turnaround shot just misses wide for Lindquist.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity.
Zhao sends it up the boards. Lindquist wanted to do it again. And instead, it was bouncing, and here's Miller with speed the other way. McKenna Miller denied in close, and there was some contact. She ends up sliding in, and there's not going to be a call on this. So
that was almost like the first period. something like that happen, huh? Got a late goal. Well, when you're pressing that hard, you got to really be careful because on the turnover here she comes. Just kind of, good job. Just use a little body position, just leaned on her a little bit, but didn't do anything to get a penalty. That was very good job.
It looked, I thought she kept the stick around in front. She did not.
Yeah.
Good job by Lexi Solomon doing what she needed to do to hassle her without getting called. 51 seconds left in the period. Boone facing off against Caitlin Easton. They tie up. Easton able to hold her in position, and Pitson able to get it out. Tessa Bowden one-on-one against Zhao will send it in. Stick saved by Pulaski into the corner. Gronke hammers it out, and it'll get past Oswego all the way down. Icing waved off. Solomon takes the handoff behind the net. Long ahead. Pitson deflects it in. Bonnie Zhao off the boards, out of the reach of Bricko, and that is icing. 19 seconds left in the second period.
Good action. Get the face-off down here. 19 seconds left. Put your first line back out. See if you can win the draw and get another opportunity. Try to get it within one. That would be wonderful.
Face-off win for the Blades. This one comes back to Oswego. Oswego looking for a deflection, missed wide. Alphen recovers off the boards, plays it down low. Lindquist pinned to the backboards. Bernovic joins the fray. Had the puck momentarily, and now it's tied up by Jocelyn Hips. That'll take us to the buzzer, and we will go to the third period with a Woodbury 3-1 lead. Blades did what they needed to do in period number 2. Can they keep it going in the third? We'll find out after this. It's next on CTF.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at the ice forum after a pair of periods. The home team still in it, down 2 to this highly ranked Woodbury Royals squad. But Jerry, after a flat-footed first period for the Blades, they really came out in the second, went after it, and really took it to Woodbury a bit.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. And here's what you see happening. Here's the first opportunity there.
They got more chances at Pulaski again. It wasn't a lot of great second chance opportunities, but they also limited the opportunities for Woodbury. A good stick there for Sydney Bernovic, who ended up being the last one back. And then, just creating on the rush. And while they're only getting the one chance, sometimes that is all you need. Stopping the clear attempt, and then a great feed from Bella Lindquist. The one-timer from Sydney Bernovic. Her 28th of the season, 53rd point of the season, and they now control the shots on goal total a bit more heavily, outshooting them 12-6 in that second period. Now a 27-15 edge through 2 periods. Neither team has been able to take advantage of a power play. Each has had a couple of opportunities. River City's on their last power play, which was a minute at the end of this first period, a minute at the beginning of the second. They did get a lot of shots on Pulaski, 10 shots on their 2 power plays, but nothing that has gotten past her with the advantage. Just the 1 goal for Bernovic. But they're right in this, and they have a little bit of momentum going to the third.
Yeah, they have momentum, and they have to, again, get traffic in front of Pulaski. The way they beat her was a one-timer, so she didn't have a chance to set, but that goaltender is very strong. But I like what the Blades did that second period. They hustled. They started to get after it, move their feet, and get pressure on Woodbury. Do that for the third period, anything can happen.
Well, we'll see. Again, Woodbury's only allowed 3 goals on 2 occasions all season long. The Blades were able to do it once. Can they get a 3-spot and at least get to overtime? We'll see. Third period puck drop after this on CTN.
Did you know that a player will jump an average of 300 times per game of volleyball?
Wow. And I think jumping up to go to the fridge is hard.
The fastest volleyball serve was over 83 miles per hour.
Yikes. If that serve were coming at me, they could have the point. I like my hands. They're dainty.
Huh?
"34 minutes down, 17 to go. Todd Gutterman's girls down a pair to the Woodbury Royals. Royals trying to finish their regular season undefeated. Come in 23-0-1. This is their final game of the regular season. The Blades will finish on the road against Wayzata on Tuesday.
Yeah, the only game on the slate on Tuesday. I looked it up and I'm like, there's one game, it's them on Wayzata, because everybody else is done. So.
Well, they did call a penalty at the end of that period. They called offsetting penalties at the end of the period. There was a little bit of a dust up. I didn't see who went into the box. But we've got a girl on each side, and a win for River Cities, played in deep by Bella Lindquist. Back out to center. Oswego in her own zone. Since I see Bowden out there with Lindquist and Semling, I'm wondering if that's Sid Bernovic that is in the box. Turnover just inside the blue line. McKenna Miller back the other way. She'll take the shot. Gobbled up by Gianna Eckel.
Well, that's the first shot in the house to start their period there, because the last period they got outshot 8-1 in the house. The Blades were putting it on them, and the Blades were leading with those quality shots at 13-7. So Blades need to keep that up, but don't want to give Woodbury too many of those, again, transition opportunities.
Semling able to dig it free along the boards, gets it to Bowden at center ice. Swept off her stick, she'll recover and just pitchfork it in. Madison Boone in the corner, evades the pressure from Semling. Lindquist gobbles up the loose puck, tried to go across on the backhand. That's taken away by McKenna Miller. Miller has used her speed to create some chances already coming into this period. Did so again.
Eckel just kind of stayed back. She might have been able to get to that puck. She started right away to get it. Just kind of keep an eye on that.
Rocky tied up in the corner, able to kick it free. Boone sweeps it out to the point. Hip shot blocked by Semling. Turnaround shot by Boone, blocked by Semling. Mills gets to it and fires it around. That's going to break it out for the Blades. And Lindquist catches up to it at full speed at center ice, sweeps it in deep. Tipped to around a spinning shot by June Semling, turned away and now cleared. Semling back out at center. We'll send it in, and the Blades are still offside. Easton has to hustle back to the blue line. Opportunity for them to break out. Good step up there by Oswego. And boy, will she be a presence they will miss on the blue line.
Yeah, they'll miss her, that's for sure. Good thing they have Elephant back, but yeah, Oswego's had a great year.
Oswego bumped off it as she slowed Caitlin Roth. Oswego off the boards. 4-year starter, as Callie Alphen will be as well, but
yay, a whistle. We can finally get Bernovic back on the ice. They need her. As Roth also goes back out for Woodbury. Yeah, Woodbury started out with a couple nice chances again in transition, but the Blades need to get back to what they're doing in the second. That was putting on that forecheck. It was really aggressive, and it was effective.
Face-off win for Boone, played behind. First one there, though, is Tessa Bowden. Top of the circles on the backhand, lost the handle out to center.
Little things, got to make the little things work.
Pitson off the boards. Easton challenged as she enters the zone. disrupted. Gronke circles, looks for space. Fights through a stick check from Bowden. Around Pitson. Centering attempt. Out of the reach of Boone. Boone plays it back in deep. Gronke tied up by Olivia Pitson. Miller tying up there with Easton as well. Easton poking at it. Alphen comes away with it, plays it off the glass. That's going to be held at the line by Hipsch. Jocelyn Hipsch forcing the action but not able to contain. Miller plays it back to Boone at her own blue line. Played across. Mills gets in and gets it deep. Alphen sends it around as Boone tripped up into the boards. Blades play it to a dangerous spot, and they're actually fortunate it didn't turn into more of a scoring opportunity. Maddie Mills just flings it in on goal, and Gianna Eckel says, I've seen enough. Let's get our line straightened up.
Yep. The action behind the net here, and just get to the puck, and right away just whistle it on the net, see what happens.
Bricko was hovering, looking for something. That stretch pass hit Semling in the back of the skates. Solomon, cross ice. Lindquist turns it to center. Bernovic comes back for it. And then had it stripped, and back the other way comes Sadie Roth. Roth, shot, pad save, and just out of the reach of Pettengill. Good hold at the line by Zhao. Zhao had it deflected up over the net. Bricko hammers it. That's deflected up and over. Semling will recover out of the corner. Semling ahead. Lindquist couldn't handle. Swept back to the blue line by Marissa Hipsch. Off the boards, Semling, Bernovic intercept, looking for Semling out front. It was broken up. Shot deflected and ends up wide. Bernovic trying to redirect. Semling gets it deep. Bernovic recovers. She finds Semling. Semling shot blocked into the corner by Bricko.
Good shift. Keep going. You got him on the run.
Goes deep, gets it out to Semling. Semling sends it back to her. Into the middle, Bernovic blasts, and that ends up just wide. And I think Pulaski may have gotten a piece. That one got out of the zone. Semling able to play it across after peeling the stick out of the hands of Pettengill. That pass deflected. Bernovic has to recover. Trying to stay out of the feet of Bowden. Gets it ahead to Anna Pitson. Pitson plays it in. Swegan in deep to Pitson out front. She deflected off the side of the net. Royals get the puck, play it off the glass all the way down. They'll take the icing, 11:25 to go.
And another icing. In trouble, out it goes. Well, plays with a couple of opportunities there. Just missed Semling wide open in front of the net. Unfortunately, couldn't get the puck to her. But keep pressing, keep pressing.
Boone to face it off against Caitlin Easton. They tie up. Puck comes in on Pulaski. She'll cover it, and we'll try again.
Yep. She knows how to control play.
Well, Caitlin Easton has had a nice job at the face-off dot, especially against the longer, taller, and very strong Boone. She's done a nice job of tying her up.
Yeah, she gets low, and she's able to use her leverage.
Boone denies entry. She's slowed by Alphen. Alphen comes away with the puck. Ducks behind the net. Head to Bowden. Bowden spins away. Now looks up ice. Cross for Anna Pitson into the zone. Pitson had it tipped off her stick, losing an edge.
Oh, no. Careful.
Opportunity. It's Miller again, using her speed to get in, and a one-handed goal as she snuck behind the defense, stayed with it, and just pokes the puck past off the post and in, and back to a 3-goal lead.
That's a killer because they had a lot of good things happening, and You know, again, I'd like to see Ethel get a little more aggressive on that. She kind of stayed back. She could go out there and get that puck and just work on handling that puck. Get to it, put it to the sidewall. See, watch here. Let's see, he'll get away a little bit. Again, bad defensive play, but right there, she might have been able to get that, but she just decided to stay back. But that's the decision. Made a decision, and that's the way it works sometimes.
Miller just speed has been creating problems for the Blades defenders.
Yeah, they got caught flat-footed again, and that never works.
Well, now it puts them in a desperate situation.
Yeah.
A team that has not given up 4 goals at all this season.
Yeah.
You got 10.5 minutes. You need one, and you need one fast.
Yeah, let's say Blades had their chances to get to within 2-1, but they just were not able to score. But every time Woodbury gets a break or a chance, they're putting it in the net. Opportunistic team.
Unable to stop it was Ella Adamson. First one there. Bella Lindquist trying to center. That was denied. Stays on the forecheck. Adamson plays it around. Pettengill waiting for it. Oswego pinches, kicks it back to the corner. Bernovic stops up. Tries to center just out of the reach of Semling. Solomon will play it down and around. Again, out of the reach of Semling. Recovered by Bernovic. Top of the circles. Looks, shoots. Back to the near side and misses wide. Semling circles out. Across, out of the reach of Solomon. Takes it off the board to the net. Rebound chance, and that's fired high for Oswego. Bernovic circles out of the corner, and there's going to be a penalty, and fanning on it was Oswego. And that one was right in front of the official, and that would have been a questionable non-call if it had happened.
Yeah, and number 21 again, Roth. Roth's a little aggressive today, and she's getting caught for it. See it on the replay here. That's good.
Right along the side of the net.
There it is. Yep, just run her over.
And you saw the pass just handcuffing Oswego a bit. Semling couldn't get the shot through. Recovered by Bernovic and played to the boards where Semling will recover.
Blocked by Boone.
Bernovic to Lindquist. She got underneath it and golfed it up and over. Back to Lindquist. Too much on it. Couldn't handle the pass. She recovers in the corner. Up top to Bernovic. Bernovic walking in. Down low. Bowden spins and puts a backhand on, and it's covered up by Pulaski.
Yeah, good idea. Good to get that goaltender again. Get her out of position and have her make that save and leave a rebound, but Pulaski covered it up. 30 shots for the Blades, only 1 goal.
Yeah, again, Pulaski came in a .958 saves percentage, .91 goals against. Blast from the point by Semling, blockered away. Back to Bernovic, her shot blocked up and out of play.
Active sticks, that's why their penalty kill is so good. They just get sticks in lane, sticks on shots. You got great shooting opportunities, high slot, but it's blocked.
95% on the PK.
Yeah, well, that would be why,
30%
right?
on the PP.
Yeah.
They,
fundamentals.
well, and special teams can be so important come playoff time, and the Royals definitely do well on both. Oh, off the crossbar, Bella Lindquist.
Yeah,
ripped the wrister over Pulaski's shoulder, but could not beat the iron. That one right into the crest on her chest.
Story of the day. Not getting the puck luck. Yeah. You see a nice little play here all the way across. Lindquist 1-2 and fires it, and yep, had her beat up above the shoulder.
Lindquist pressured by Boone, able to withstand it. Walks in, looking to go down low, and does. Bernovic couldn't control. Has to skate back out of the corner, leaves it off. Semling is shot, not a lot on it. Sticked away by Pulaski, recovered by Lindquist. She lost the handle. Boone pokes it free.
Boy,
A race for the
there
puck.
you
Here
go.
comes Eckel.
Atta
She's
girl.
able to get there first and get it ahead to Lindquist. Lindquist turns and burns into the zone. Drops it off for Bowden.
Get it to her.
Resets. 15 seconds left. That pass deflected by Miller. Boone will get there and just send it all the way down. That'll pretty much do it for this power play.
Just a second late on the pass. Wait, I tell you what, Boone showed she has some speed there, didn't she?
Here comes Semling, top of the circles, a shot into the chest of Pulaski, and she will hold on. And
yeah,
you got to give Pulaski some credit.
Oh.
So many goaltenders are so quick to go down.
Yep.
Stayed on her feet, took the shot in the chest,
Yeah,
held to get reinforcements on the ice.
yeah, she did. Good job. Yep, 33-21 shots. So the Blades are doing a lot of good things. Just not able to get that goal they need to keep putting the pressure on.
Face-off win. Quick shot by Alphen. Hit traffic and went wide. Breakout pass. Tipped away by Olivia Pitson. Alphen hustles to scoop it up. Carries behind the net. Long pass ahead. Anna Pitson couldn't get the stick on it. Turned around and shoveling it back in is Alexa Bricko. Pass broken up by Roth. They regroup. Pitson behind her own net. That pass spun Olivia Reed around. Bricko trying to center. Denied by Eckel. Pass out of the reach of Reed. Roth tied up there with Alphen. The clear attempt by Easton hit somebody on the bench. And that brings the whistle, and the faceoff will stay in the Blade zone. 6:32 left in this third period.
Yeah, 6:32, and you need 3 goals. Yeah. At some point, you probably think about pulling the goaltender just because you got to practice to get ready for the section when you've got teams just like this that you'll be playing. If you get through the first round, you know, you got Roseville with a solid goaltender, and you got Maple Grove. And
Quick shot by Boone misses wide, and of course Centennial Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, number 1.
But yeah, Maple Grove is always difficult, and you can't forget the Roseville, Matamidi, or the Mounds View Irondale teams. Both very solid. They're going to be in that 4 and 5 spots probably.
Yeah, Roseville has a goaltender.
Centering attempt deflected, ends up back out at center. Solomon gives chase. Pressure coming from Gronke. Leaves it back for Oswegen. She's tied up there with Gronke, who goes down. Centering attempt taken away by Semling. Here's Bella Lindquist down the right wing. Stops up as she enters. Tried to feed Bernovic. That was taken away. Played back out to center by McKenna Miller. She's had a very nice game. Had the last goal for Woodbury.
Yeah, she has. She's the one that had a good game the first time, too.
She had the game winner in overtime, I believe.
Yeah, that was a snipe. Yeah, Bella Lindquist has had a great game for the Blades. She's been everywhere. She's really worked hard. Yeah, they're putting the effort in. Just good teams sometimes are stingy. They won't let you get that next goal.
Well, and again, this is going to be the 20th time this season, unless River Cities can find at least one more. Bowden nearly ripped that one away from Ella Adamson. But if they can hold on, it'll be the 20th time that they have allowed only one or fewer goals.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You don't lose a lot of games when you're not giving up more than one.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. The Blades, 33-22 on shots. They've definitely played a good game. Just not able to get that goal scoring they need, which has been a problem for them this year. A lot of games where they've had a lot of shots and just haven't got a lot of goals.
Well, and they have played, again, a lot of games against top-ranked opponents. They have certainly taken some challenges. It's a big hit for Caitlin Easton. It did not get an arm raised from someone wearing an orange stripe.
Again. Well, no, let's say we'll get if it's 4-1, it's getting down in time. It'll get rough, possibly.
Especially if more of the body contact is allowed to go on.
Yeah. Well, that's usually what happens when you get into mop-up time.
Alphen able to intercept, work her way back in, takes a healthy two-handed slash, but almost maintained possession.
Yeah. Well,
shot from a long ways out. Pad save. Pulaski cleared to the boards by the Royals.
Yeah, right there, rebound. No one could get to it.
Semling
2-1.
can't get there.
Oh, good step up.
Good step up by Lexi Solomon to intercept in front of Pettengill. And able to force it back into the Royal zone. Played all the way down. Icing waved off as Swegan recovers.
Well, Swegan was just coming off the bench. He didn't even see the puck. That should have been nice. Well, that will be.
That will be. 2:56 on the clock.
Yeah. Well, it'll take a miracle now to pull it off. But Blades will have to take what they did well out of this game. They put some pressure on a very good hockey team, outshot them, just made some mistakes that added up the pucks in the net. Those odd rushes were a problem.
Boone on the backhand, pad save by Eckel, recovered by Gronke, played out to the point. And then right back in by Hipsch. Deflected out by Easton. Easton pressures Hipsch. McKenna Miller sends it back in deep, but she was on her side of the red, and that means it's icing.
Again, 20. And the Blades will take a timeout, talk about the goaltender being pulled just to practice it, I would believe. And that's okay at this point. Got to kind of go for it just in case you get into the playoff situation where you're like, okay, we're down one, we got to pull the goalie, work on it.
Nice to get this type of real game experience in this situation against a really good team, too.
Oh, yeah, it's a good team. There's no doubt about that. They're going to make some noise, I think, in the playoffs. Whatever, I forgot what section they're in, but hopefully they're not in with Bill Murray.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. I was talking to Coach Waldo before the game. I said, we pretty much have the conference and section locked up. He's like, well, section not necessarily, because we do have Hill Murray, so it'll come down to a vote. They are ranked higher than Hill Murray at this time, depending on which ranking, because it's always interesting, because if you look at the Star Tribune's ranking, they are number 8.
Yeah.
In Let's Play Hockey, they are number 6.
Yeah.
But in the QRF on MinnesotaScores.net, they're number 3.
Okay.
So some sections I have heard will go strictly by the QRF. The QRF takes into account goals for, goals against, strength of schedule, all of those things. Yeah. But I think the others are, it's more of an eyeball test. And the reason they're only number 6 in Let's Play Hockey and number 8 in the Star Tribune is because of their strength of schedule. Their strength of schedule. They have played some really good teams. Yeah. And they've got a couple in their conference that they see twice a year. But they don't jam-pack their non-conference schedule with highly ranked teams like River Cities has done.
Yeah, and Hill Murray.
They played Hill Murray. They played Minnetonka. They played did not play Edina, and that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, they had enough of them. Beneld, but the Royals played Beneld
on the schedule. Yep.
Out they go.
So the extra player on the ice, giving him an advantage. This one is not going to have the speed to be icing. Lexi Solomon forced to play it behind her own net. Gets it ahead. Doesn't click with Semling. Sent right back in, and that was touched, so no icing at Swegan. Out of the near corner, 2 minutes to go. Plays it out to center. Miller sends it right back in as Swegan gets it across. Solomon trying to find Bernovic. It was out of her reach, and that's going to be icing, and that means Eckel has to come back onto the ice.
Well, and the reason you have the icing is give Woodbury credit. What did they do? They pressured the puck. They're not going to just sit back and watch River City move it around. They're going to make you handle it and feel the pressure and see if you can handle the pressure and make the next pass, and that one didn't happen. Yeah, I was going to add, it doesn't hurt that Hill Murray won the state tournament last year, so that's always a little nod right there as well. Huh?
Great speed from Bella Lindquist. Fought through a couple of hooks to get it in deep. Brnovic can't get it past the first level, but fights to get it back in close and put it right into the midsection of Pulaski, and she holds on.
Right into the stomach. Too bad. Fought her way through all the traffic, got to the sweet spot, and here you'll see her pull it around and right into the Pulaski, who, again, standing tall. She's not down. I like that. You made that point, Joe. I mean, she doesn't butterfly until she has to, and that covers a lot more net. Hard to beat her up top. Better get pressure on her. Here he goes.
Blades weren't able to hold the zone, so had to dump and tag up, and that's not going to get deep enough. Miller fires it just wide. Semling overskated it. Gronke plays it out to Boone off her skate. Quickly sent back out to center.
Semling got a little bit nicked up on that.
Oswegan gets it out to Brnovic. Brnovic's shot partially blocked. Zhao ties up in the corner. Kick free. Oswegan plays it back to Lindquist at the point. Lindquist avoiding Miller and then sends it in deep as Boone was there to pressure as well. Bonnie Zhao in the corner, tied up. Turning with it as Boone sends it the length, and that will be icing with 29 seconds to go.
Yeah, Jean has had a good game too. She's a solid defender, isn't she?
Bonnie Zhao is very solid. I noticed her last time as well. Well, the whole decor really for Woodbury. Again, there is a reason.
Getting one of our backup goaltenders in there, looks like, for the Blades.
Oh, that's Gianna.
Okay.
It is 33, right?
Yeah, it is 33. Okay, I thought maybe. Well, give Woodbury credit. They did a great job today, did what they had to. Got outshot 35-23, just like the first game, but still win it.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a reason why they are 23-0-1. They are very, very good. And they are going to end the season with an undefeated record. Going into the playoffs. And, you know, certainly best of luck to them.
Yeah.
Coach Waldo, very nice, very easy to talk to, both before today's game as well as before the game in the Kaposia Classic.
Yeah.
But, you know, a very solid hockey team. Really like the way they defend.
Yep.
They work together as a team. There's
and
there's a lot to like about their game.
And their transition game is deadly. You got to watch out for that when you're going to play this team down the line. So Hill Murray will not be able to overlook them. That is for sure.
Well, and the Blades would love to have a third chance. Would mean they were both in the state tournament. Just one game left on the regular season schedule. Another top 10 tilt as they go to face the Wyzetta Trojans on Tuesday.
Another ranked team.
And then they will start the playoffs next Saturday. For us, we have sports night on Tuesday. We've got basketball coming up on Wednesday. We've got wrestling on Thursday. And we believe we may have an opportunity to do some playoff hockey on Saturday. That is still being worked out. Yeah. It will depend on who lands where with what seed. We have to.
We sure hope so, Joe.
We have to bow
because
down.
We love playoff hockey, and if we don't get a chance, I want to thank all the seniors for all the great hockey they've provided us for the last few years, and hopefully we'll get to see them again. But it's quite a group. We're going to miss them.
Yeah, it's been a fun group to watch for sure. We hope to see them in the playoffs. But for tonight, that will do it. The final score, again, Woodbury 4, River Cities 1. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Jerry
Hey,
Grant.
Howie, how are you doing?
I'm Joe Young saying good night.